You ever hear of someone turning $1,332,000 into peace of mind? Meet Sandra Martin. She's a retired aerospace engineer living in Scottsdale, Arizona. She spent 30 years designing some of the most precise machinery ever built. But when it came time to retire, she faced something far more unpredictable than rocket science: America's economy. Now, we'll come back to her story in a second, but first, let's talk about what's happening right now. Just last week, the Wall Street Journal reported that U.S. consumer sentiment has hit a 6-month low. Inflation is cooling, sure, but the cost of living hasn't snapped back. Add to that renewed fears around commercial real estate defaults and mounting national debt, and you've got a storm forming quietly over the retirement dreams of millions of Americans. That's why more and more high net worth retirees are turning to one asset that stood the test of time: gold. Now, I know what you're thinking. Gold? Really? Isn't that something my grandfather buried in the backyard? Not quite. In fact, it's becoming a cornerstone in modern wealth strategies. And here's why. See, high value investors aren't chasing short term returns. They're focused on protection, preservation, and predictability. That's exactly why gold IRAs are making their way into portfolios right alongside real estate, stocks, and private equity. Let me explain how this works. When you roll over part of your IRA or 401k into a self-directed gold IRA, you're not cashing out or losing tax benefits. You're just choosing to hold a portion of your retirement in physical gold, stored safely, insured, and completely under your name. Why does this matter? Because unlike the dollar, gold isn't backed by confidence. It's backed by itself. It doesn't care who's in office, what rates the Fed sets, or what Wall Street's cooking up next. That's what caught Sandra's attention. After watching the value of her 401k whip back and forth during every election cycle, every debt ceiling fight, and every market correction, she'd had enough. She rolled over $143 million, not all of it, just what she called her sleep well at night money, into a gold IRA. The funny thing? She didn't even know what a gold IRA was 6 months ago. It all started with a simple free offer. A friend forwarded her a free gold IRA guide, just like the one I'm offering you right now. No cost, no commitment. That guide led her to a short one-on-one call. No pushy salespeople, no free silver gimmicks, just a conversation with someone who cared more about education than commissions. And that's when it clicked. Gold wasn't a step back into the past. It was a step forward into stability. Since then, Sandra says she sleeps better. She doesn't flinch at market headlines. She's not wondering if her nest egg is going to vanish with the next recession. She took back control, and that's the point. This isn't about chasing profits. It's about protecting the wealth you've already built. So if you're retired or planning to retire, and you've got $100,000 or more in an IRA or 401k, you owe it to yourself to learn about how gold IRAs can fit into your bigger picture. Click the link below and get your free gold IRA guide. No pressure, no strings attached. And if it makes sense for you, you can schedule a free educational call. Just like Sandra did. You worked hard to build your retirement. Now it's time to protect it. For yourself, for your peace of mind, and for the legacy you leave behind. Take the first step. Get the guide. Because your future deserves more than hope. It deserves a plan.